know. I don't know.
You ready, man?
No.
What? You don't like Mace?
I do, but that's not where I am today.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We done anyway. That wasn't. Damn.
I'm good.
She said no.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, you just don't give me the puffy line. Don't give me the puffy.
You don't like anything the puppy associated with.
Yeah, I won't say that.
Yeah.
I won't say that.
There's a lot of music that Puffy's associated
I
with.
know. There are puffy songs that I like.
Jodeci, Mary J.
I like Total. I think Total was a great. Total was
Biggie.
a great run. The Biggie run was a great run.
Well, it was a short run, but
it was a short run, but it was a great. I love the Total. Bad Boy. I love the remix. Rest in peace, Craig Mack. Long Island's finest.
Then you had
Get this money.
G-Dab, Black Rob.
Let's get it.
Trina Shoulders. I can dig it though. If a certain song or something take you to a certain point in time, maybe that you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, yo.
I don't give my puffy stories.
Yeah, no doubt. Indeed. What's good with you, man?
It's Saturday.
It is Saturday.
5 days of work, 1 full day of play.
That's how I should have played, right?
Saturday is a Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Taylor.
Yeah. Ow. Welcome to episode 25 of the Weird Brunch podcast.
25. Damn. 25. All right, come on, let's cheers to that.
Cheers to
25.
that, man.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's major.
Our gold kava.
Yes, this
Bubble.
kava is well aged. It's a 2012, y'all.
That's nice. That's nice. How you feeling, man?
I feel like today was a cool day. I don't feel tired. I don't feel fatigued. I don't feel overexerted from working out too much. My body seems to be recovered.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Good, man. That's good, man.
I
That's
don't
good
feel
to hear.
stuffed. I don't feel overstuffed.
Yeah, we ate good though.
We ate good.
Woo, that second cheat meal is week 2, y'all.
Boom.
That cheat meal was serious. Fried chicken.
Week dos.
Well, we both had fried chicken. You had some kind of like seasoned up rice with yours.
Grandma's seasoned rice
And yams.
and yams.
And cornbread.
Oh my goodness. These little mini cornbread muffin popovers. Amazing.
Listen, I had mac and cheese on mine. Ooh,
Oh my gosh. But I feel good.
Yams?
Like I don't feel like, oh, I did too much.
Nah, I feel good. Cause
And
we
I
got dessert too coming up.
And I feel zero guilt about it because I've been eating good all week.
All week, y'all. All week.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
This is a quick update on our, you know what I'm saying, health journey. We ain't gonna beat y'all in the head about that shit this week.
We're not gonna beat you in the head. No.
We've been talking about that.
But thank you for the responses and the feedback about it.
Yeah, it's good, man.
It.
People want to, they want to get inspired, I guess, and they get inspired by that kind of stuff.
We are a certain age, and health is wealth, and there's folks dying really young right now.
Man,
Every time you turn around.
What's homie's name?
Oh, I forgot his name. Dude from The Wire.
From the Wire, and from John Wick and all that. Dang, man, he passed. He was 60 years old.
60 years old. 60 years young. When I look at my parents and look at my dad is, 67, 68.
Yeah, man, that's no
You
joke.
know, like that ain't but so far away. At any given moment, you could just boom, pop. And he had just done an interview on Sirius XM the day before he passed away. He sounded perfectly fine. And just gone.
Gone, man.
Gone too soon.
Rest in peace to that brother.
Rest in
and
peace.
what's the singer name? Caldwell.
Yeah. What you won't do for love, Billy Caldwell.
Yeah, Billy Caldwell.
Billy
Rest in peace,
Caldwell. Billy Caldwell was one of those blue-eyed soul singers. May he rest in peace. And they talked a little bit about his album cover and how he decided to black it out so that you can see his race.
Oh, word. He
Back
did
in
that?
the day,
Word.
he was one of those artists like Tina Marie that they didn't
Nobody
initially
knew,
reveal
Yeah.
their nationalities
Nobody
when
knew.
the albums were out. And then, boom, he showed up on the stage opening for somebody. And everybody's like, wait a minute.
Who the hell is this?
Who the hell is this?
Who the hell is Billy Caldwell?
But Billy Caldwell is black. I mean, no, he's white. So, But shout out to him for a song that shocked a lot of people. I remember I felt like it was not long ago that it was going around Instagram or just social media in general where people are in shock to find out that the guy who sang What You Won't Do for Love is white. People were definitely confused.
Did he have any other drinks?
He did, and I can't remember the name of the song because I listened to his
But
album.
that was the one, though.
But that was the big song.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we losing them. You know what I'm saying? The older we get, the more we face it. But we don't want to start off too somber, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We in a good mood today.
Yeah.
You know, even though we both ready to just relax and watch some UFC tonight.
I'm ready to get on a couch to saunter onto the couch
Saunter. Hey.
onto the couch to you in a nice comfy outfit on the performance velvet.
Aren't you fancy? And aren't I looking forward to that? You know what I'm saying? Been a little handsy lately.
Hey, fill me up.
So yo, it's what? What's this? 2023? It's a 3-year anniversary of COVID.
3 years since the lockdown. Send me home.
March. We in March, yo.
Can you believe it?
It's crazy.
Can we go back to it?
Why you want to be locked down so bad?
Babe, don't you want to be locked down with me?
That's cool. And everything. We have a lot of fun though, being able to go. We ain't gotta wear masks and stuff.
Listen, was I just not saying? Think about it. Remember back when this all went down? They were spraying down counters. They were wiping down every single surface that you came in contact with. You had wipes. You had a face mask. Some people was walking around with gloves.
That came later.
But people were hand sanitizing when it was finally back in stock everywhere.
Yeah.
People were walking around with wipes, wiping everything down before you touched a single thing. And now it just all stopped.
Yeah, we went back to normal.
We're back to being dirty and nasty.
Yeah.
Nobody washing their hands again.
Hell nah.
That's nasty.
Just go, let it go. Just go out, give high fives and all types of shit.
Nasty. So what happened? We was just clean like 2 years ago.
Well, this is the anniversary again of COVID. So let's talk about that time instead of wishing that we were back locked in our homes.
Send me home again.
There were times, there were aspects of that. What is it called? We just talked about
the quarantine.
The quarantine that's not so desirable.
What part?
The loneliness, just being lonely, just there, yo. It was crazy.
It was rough. It was a lot for people who ain't used to being alone.
Yeah.
It's rough for people who don't know how to be with themselves.
Yeah, that's true too.
People who've never, because you're constantly going. It was a forced slow your ass down situation.
We were so scared of each other. If you think about it, nobody would be around nobody. Like,
listen, there were couples who didn't even know each other.
Listen, man.
They was only used to seeing each other in passing. When you come home at night to have maybe dinner and go to bed, you get up and go back to the same routine. There are parents who didn't know their kids. Mm-hmm. There are parents who didn't know how to parent their kids. I am so grateful that my children were of the adult age at the time.
People looking at their kids like, don't you have somewhere to go?
Like, who are you? Wow. And homeschooling.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, this
virtual homeschooling.
Don't you, and the kids like 16, they're like, don't you nap in the middle of the day in school? I don't understand why you're still awake.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot.
The grocery stores was, when they first shut stuff down, you get to the grocery store, everything was gone, yo.
That shit was crazy. Like,
insane.
First of all the mofos who couldn't cook, who all of a sudden want to buy up all the garlic and all the onions and all of the cilantro from the store. Y'all didn't use this shit before. Why y'all using this shit up now? Okay. As a person who uses those things pretty regularly, I didn't appreciate the inconvenience of the cilantro being gone from the grocery store.
Yo, I remember the first time I went to the store casually, right? Because I had no clue that this was going to be the case. And when stuff shut down, I was like, oh, I had to go to the store. It wasn't like, let me go to the store to stock up on everything. It was just time for me to go to the store. And I went down the cereal aisle, and I was like, why the hell is all the Cinnamon Toast Crunch gone?
How about
Do y'all really need this?
How about that?
I just wanted it because I used to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Why is it all gone? So yeah, it was crazy. And they would only let a certain amount of people in the grocery store at a time.
Remember standing in the line?
Standing
like it
in
was
line.
Like I remember my grandmother talking about the Great Depression and the food lines that she had to stand in during that time. And I remember standing, like remember, okay, what time does the grocery store open? Okay, I need to map out my plan.
Listen.
To get to the grocery store right when the store opens, have my reusable bags, and then they told you couldn't use your reusable bags because you were bringing germs into the store. They were giving out paper bags and all that
gloves
shit.
and shit.
And gloves
like,
and
dude, the germs get on the gloves and still spreading it.
yeah, you're touching contact to contact. Lord, I mean, it was a lot. Like I remember before the lockdown officially happened, I had gone to the store the weekend before, just doing regular grocery shopping. And I just happened to pick up like some extra stuff, like some canned kidney beans, some canned northern beans, because I was planning on making like a couple of, like a chili one day. Or I wanted to do a chicken chili or something in my crock pot. And I got stuff, like I got things that I knew that I would eat. And I got meat, I just got things, and they were in my freezer. And then they made that announcement about, shutting everything down. And I was like, well, I'm glad I got toilet paper.
You're looking good already.
I'm glad I got paper towels. I'm glad I got these things, because they were saying that the toilet paper was leaving. Like the stores
toilet paper was leaving.
was gone. Like people were going in there and buying 10 miles worth of toilet paper.
Then they started putting the limits on. You can only buy 2 of these or 1 of those, and so on and so forth. Like y'all going crazy.
And people were ordering on Amazon. It so quickly changed the world.
Yeah.
Like in a matter of weeks. Well, at first, everybody thought, oh, we're just going to be home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back to everything. And it was like at the 2-week mark, they were like, so.
This is getting crazy.
About that 2 weeks, we think we're just going to keep everybody home indefinitely.
I was already home unemployed during that time when COVID hit.
And how did you feel about that? Because you were already home. How did you feel about the impending isolation?
I didn't feel any way about it because I just had no idea what it was really about. Like, they always not try to scare us, but these little threats come around every now and then. Such and such disease, and so-and-so, and case out in Sacramento or whatever it is, and we always like, all right, it's gonna be nothing, because it's never anything. So when this hit, it was like, wow, it was a little kind of like sobering. And then I had no clue I was gonna be home for that amount of time by myself. I had no clue that was gonna happen. So it was just something I was experiencing when it was happening. You know what I mean? Yeah. So but I didn't have a problem being by myself. Like that was cool to an extent. So I had some issues and whatnot that I kind of got close to and really in touch with from that, from a previous job that I had a lot of trauma and drama from, and those things really kind of showed up during those isolation times. And I was like, wow, anxiety and things like that. That was for the first time in my life during that period of time.
Wow.
Really got in touch with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then of course my insomnia, as I talk about all the time. My insomnia, got in touch with that big time. So there's a lot of no sleeping, and it was wild. And one of the big things, I walk for exercise, as I always say, and outside got packed. Like my little path that I used to walk by myself all the time, it was all these people outside. And I was like, why y'all out here? Why are y'all out here on my sidewalk?
Wow.
It was crazy. So it's just these little changes that you see and you're living with during that time. It's like, the anxiety, and then so as I talked to you about before, getting in touch with mortality and the idea of not wanting to die alone. That's something that I really that really hit home for me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, that can't be it. I don't want it, because you're home. You're like, wow, if I died in here today, when is someone gonna ever find me? And you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like you're moving on to the next thing, but still, I just thought about that kind of stuff,
right.
And it was just a wild thing, man.
I would say, I had just recently moved back from Florida. So it had been about 6 months that I had been back. It was just at the 6-month mark, and I was just getting hot and popping and living my single in the city life. I was in the streets. I was going to happy hours.
God sent you back for a reason. You still was trying to be in the streets.
I was trying to be in the streets. Listen, first of all, my kids weren't home with me. It was just me and Beans. And my office was only 5 minutes from my house. So I was learning how to navigate the DMV and this new lifestyle before COVID hit. Now, I did have the flu in February, before COVID shut down. It was my birthday, and I was like all the way influenza A. Not B. I had gotten a flu shot. Flu shot didn't do shit for me because I had influenza A. I was home for 2 weeks, sick. I get back to work, and that's when the COVID chatter had started. And I was like, oh no.
That was like late February, right?
We about to celebrate this birthday before the month is over. And then they were talking about the quarantines and the shutdowns and all that stuff. And I was like, I've been home for 2 weeks. I'm not trying to be home again.
Right.
So yeah, but I was learning how to adjust to being an empty nester.
Right.
Because the girls were not home. The girls were at their dad's.
Oh, when we moved back, they went to their dad's. That's right.
And at first, before COVID and all that stuff, I was at my parents until I got my place. I moved into my place in October, the end of October of
2019.
Yeah. So I had only been in my place. I had boxes everywhere. And
5 months, 4 to 5 months.
I was forced to actually unpack.
Right.
Because COVID happened. And I wasn't really trying to unpack because I wasn't really trying to stay. Like, my whole thing was, listen, these things, I'm going back. I'm not staying here. I don't belong here. It's too fucking cold. Like, I was like, I'm not staying. I'm not going to get comfortable. I didn't even want to put pictures on the walls.
Right.
That's how I was feeling. And being home and by myself with the dog and this whole quarantine thing happened. And I was like, well, what the hell am I going to do? I got to live here now. And I had to
get settled in a little bit.
I got to unpack these boxes. I'm going to have to do some projects or something. And my neighbors, they were all texting. Everyone was texting each other and stuff. And it was just a really, I really had to get, used to it. And I remember my parents, when the quarantine first really started, them talking to me about me coming down to their house.
That's right. You mentioned that.
And staying there with them so we could all be together and quarantine together. And I was like, nah, I'm going to stay here.
Right.
With the dog. I'm just going to be by myself. And my mom was like, well, I don't think you should be there by yourself. Like, what if something happens? And I was like, me and Beans will be okay.
Figure it out.
We going to be all right.
Listen, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but then I thought, like, dang. I don't got no shebang. I ain't got nothing here. I ain't gonna be able to get.
It was a little dry.
It was very dry.
Nobody can say that they've never been through a drought.
Everybody at least went dry for a couple of weeks because everybody was afraid to be around anybody.
Hell nah,
know where they been at, and who they been around, and who they been with. And you don't want to try to catch nothing.
I'm already nervous enough about regular diseases. You bring that shit over here? You crazy?
You fuck around and bring COVID to my house. What? Oh my gosh!
You crazy?
But let me just say, for the conspiracy theorists, I was one of the people who said that black people couldn't.
She thought black people couldn't get COVID.
I'm doing pretty good as far as geniuses go.
They said that shit in the beginning, son. Black people can't get COVID.
I can't get it. I really thought that we really couldn't get it.
I might have believed it for maybe like 3 hours.
I at least believed it for a month. For sure. I believe that black people couldn't get COVID. I will admit that shit right now.
Oh my God. It kind of made sense, didn't it?
It did, because we're so strong and we're so,
No, see, we can't feed into that. See, this is what we talk about. Those doctors back in the day talking about black people built different. They can withstand more and all this other stuff. Yeah. And we can't
do that.
We can't do that. Nah.
And then it was very scary when you saw black people dying. Like when they started announcing the death rates.
Nah, I probably believed it. I probably halfway believed in it for like half a month or something. Then when the first black person, I was like,
whoa.
Shit. not.
Yes, black people are
I was
dying.
kind of hoping it was true.
I was hoping it was true.
I was hoping it was true.
I
This
know
was
I had
wildin'.
posted. Shout out to anybody who saw, because I was like, black people can't get it.
You posted
We
on
good.
Facebook?
I posted.
Oh,
on
that's gonna come
Facebook.
back up in memories. Yeah, I reposted.
I looked for it and I didn't see it.
Oh, that's
but
hilarious.
I knew I had posted that. Maybe it'll come up.
You know, Facebook might have deleted it because it's like false
A hoax.
information or something like that.
false news, fake news.
Yeah, fake news. But
Yeah. But
That's hilarious, yo.
But do you remember the COVID Bay, COVID boo?
Oh, that whole concept of the COVID.
The hashtag, the COVID
Yeah,
Bay, the COVID
People,
boo.
people who thought they loved each other got together
they
during
were getting
COVID.
together during COVID.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas broke up right
They
after
broke
COVID.
up. Many didn't make it like 90 days.
Oh, they didn't even make it 90 days.
Yeah, many did. But there was a lot of COVID-based situations happening.
Bay.
And I was happy for folks. People was posting photos. They was matching PJs. They was
Oh my
all kind of stuff was going on with the COVID bays, and I had nothing.
COVID was wild.
I had nothing. I had it was dry.
It was wild. It was a wild time.
And
man.
do you remember when the Amazon dudes, the workers were going on strike talking about they shouldn't be delivering dildos to people's houses? That's not essential stuff.
Jesus. Yeah, I do remember that.
Do you remember the guy who went on like he was yelling outside of the facility?
I remember the whole essential.
Like,
that's not essential.
That's
stuff.
not essential. We should not be delivering dildos. And I was thinking about like, actually,
Yes,
bro,
the hell you should.
that is kind of essential. We were trying to
They
survive.
needed those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you had D Nice.
Yes.
D Nice and Versus.
Yes, but D Nice first.
D Nice first. Yeah,
Because
D Nice
it
is
was such a weird. It was like a weird occurrence. We were home, and everybody was trying to figure it out, and everybody was on social media, and everybody was doing weird shit on social media, like going live in their drawers, in the bed, in the bathtub, just all kind of shit people was doing, just posting anything.
Yup.
And then D Nice decided to go live and just spin
one night.
And everybody was like, you know, and one of my friends is really, really close with him. And I guess I talked to him about do it again. And he did it again and advertised it. And everybody spread the word. Club quarantine. They started sharing, come on at such and such a time, on this day, at this time. And I remember that week, I was really, really depressed. I remember walking Beans outside and looking up at the sky and just tearing up. Because I did feel this sense of loneliness that I hadn't felt before. Just walking through the neighborhood, walking the dog, looked up at the trees, and just tears just filled up for me. I knew I was going to come back inside, make something to eat or whatever. And I just felt this way, and I felt like I was just by myself, and I was just in this space. This was like a double whammy empty nester for me. I was by myself for the first time probably in 20-something years of my life. My kids weren't home. I just had the dog with me. My family wasn't, you know, I couldn't see anyone immediately. I didn't have a spouse. I didn't have a partner. And I was just by myself, and I just felt this, you know, like people that I would normally call like my grandmother who's deceased, my aunt who's deceased, nobody that I felt like could connect with me at that moment. And I just felt sad.
Right.
And I came back inside, and one of my girlfriends had tagged me to remind me that D Nice was going live that night. And I put it on, through my little speaker, through my iPad. I remember that. It was my phone. I connected my phone to my Bluetooth speaker, and I just turned it all the way up, and I just started dancing around the living room, and it just
Beans
was like
barking and stuff.
Beans was just looking at me. Like, what the fuck is up with her? Like, I've been snuggling with her for the last week. Like, what's wrong with her? And I just turned it up and just like enjoyed myself and just moved my body and just felt better.
I heard D Nice was on a show recently. I can't remember which one it was, and someone said, "You saved us." That straight. I was like, "Yo, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty accurate." Like he was so essential during that time.
That was healing.
It was healing, yo.
Music. It was healing for a lot of people.
Yeah, and it was like the most social you could possibly be. Just seeing all those different people walking up in there.
Everyone was in there.
Everybody was
People
in there,
from,
or their representative.
Janet Jackson. There were just regular people, celebrity people,
Yep.
people that I went to school with. Shout out to Super Producer. Shout out to Christy. Shout out to Nicole. Everybody was up in the party, and it was just so great. Taraji P. Henson.
He was calling them out as they showed up.
He was calling people out, and it was so great.
Yeah,
it was
dope.
such a great thing, and I remember feeling so much relief from that night.
Yeah.
And I went to sleep, and I woke up, and I was like, okay, when's he doing this again?
Yeah. That's the thing. Then other DJs started doing it. It wasn't the same, of course, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It was still good stuff, having those options, whatever.
And it was great that Instagram didn't shut him down.
Yeah,
because that was unprecedented for Instagram.
All
Live.
that music. Yep.
They never allowed someone to play the music that long and all that, and that changed the groundwork or the framework for DJs to be able to spin and things like that.
Right. I mean, he had more leeway than other DJs, but
yeah, they let it roll. I mean, he
was playing everything and anything he wanted.
Remember when he hit 100K?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I was got all the electric and stuff in there.
Yeah, he got 100,000 people on the live.
Crazy.
It was insane. I was on there, and everybody was tagging people to bring people in.
Yeah, people were purposely trying to get to helping him get to the number.
Yes, to help him get to the number on the live. And then when he hit it, he put his hand up like that, and that was his
thing.
Club Quarantine logo. Yo,
the hat and the
yeah. And remember, like, he would be DJing for hours, and people were sending him liquor. People were delivering him food. His doorbell was ringing
while he was on.
It
turned into a thing.
Yeah, people were sending him. Somebody sent him some rosé. Lafette Rosé had sent him rosé. Diddy had sent him some De Leon. Right? That's his thing, right? Diddy's.
I can't remember.
Is that the name of his?
Ciroc, and then he had the cognac, right?
Yeah. He sent them some, and the people were sending him food, and he was just going for hours and hours and hours DJing.
He's still doing it. He still be on live.
Yeah.
He still be on live.
But shout out to him for the pivot.
Oh yeah.
Shout out for his career to turn, because remember he stopped DJing. He was doing photography.
He started rapping.
Yeah, that part.
And then he went into IT
Yep.
and was like building websites or something in that regard. And then he started photography.
He was doing photography.
And was dope with it.
Yes, absolutely.
D Nice was dope with it.
Yes.
Then he did like some short story stuff. Like he covered some rappers. I think he did Special Ed, Heavy D. He had those popping on YouTube. And then the DJ thing started up.
He went back to his original thing.
Crazy.
It was so dope how that happened. And then look at him now. He's touring.
He out of here,
He's spinning places all over the world.
He out of here.
It's a beautiful thing to see someone, like that. It's
Shout
just
out to
amazing.
D Nice, especially since we was there from the beginning, right?
Hell yeah.
From music, from a fan perspective, that is.
I used to have a crush on him when I was little.
Yeah, you gotta slow down. Yo.
Okay, my name's Nice. Taking out your seconds so you don't know how I did it.
Yo, I used to have that tape.
Yeah.
D Nice, man.
Rest in peace, COVID.
Is that what we doing? This is kind of cocky. COVID might be a subscriber. You never know.
Listen. The next thing is gonna be a fungus. We already watched The Last of Us. The next thing is gonna be a fungus.
It might be. You never know. Saw somebody talking about some shit over in Taiwan or something. No, shout out to Taiwan. I don't know if it was Taiwan.
There's a fungus in India.
They said it somewhere though.
There's a fungus in India that they've been trying to get under
control. That's the one. Maybe it's in India. Though.
Yeah.
I had a question for you.
Oh, I love a question.
Yeah, we gotta ask questions. Gotta get some conversation going.
Yeah.
This is a fun one.
Okay.
If you could retire tomorrow with enormous wealth, what would you do all day? What would your day look like?
What would my day look like? Okay, so you would be with me?
Okay,
let's start there.
I made the cut.
You made the cut.
Oh,
myself. Yes.
Hey.
Okay, we're gonna start out with a massage on the beach.
Okay.
We're gonna have a great massage on the beach. Okay. and we're gonna get like all stretched out and
Pause.
relaxed and and then have sex.
Okay.
And then eat, and then maybe go lay out on the beach for a few hours, and then wait, if I had immense wealth. So maybe I would have a business of some sort where somebody else is running it and I could just check in and check on the numbers and all that kind of stuff. I would do absolutely fucking nothing. Okay? That's what the fuck I would lay on the beach and mind my goddamn business, maybe check on the kids, and mind my business and do nothing with you. Tan, flip over, tan on the other side.
Tan on the other side.
Have somebody bring us some food. And wherever we
bubbly,
are,
whatever
bubbly,
it is.
all that good stuff. Maybe we exercise that day or whatever. We'd have a trainer to work us.
You just gonna skim over the exercise part.
I ain't gonna skip that.
you skimmed over that
I'm
a
on the
little
beach. I'm gonna be beach ready. So clearly, I've had some work done or I've been working out. Okay, it's one or the other. Work done, working out. Okay, but I'm gonna be beach ready. Okay, and we're just gonna live our lives. We're gonna do absolutely fucking nothing. Because we have been doing a lot. We have been working and doing all these things.
All these years.
We're going to do nothing.
Nothing.
Just breathe and live.
And then so you tanned on both sides. What time is it by the time you tanned on both sides?
2 o'clock,
2 p.m.
3 o'clock.
So a lot of time left in the day.
Pilates.
Pilates.
Meditation.
Okay.
Meditation. Yeah.
That's it.
Chef. Make us some food.
Dinner.
All
right, we're just going to skip from 2 to about meditation. Pilates got you until about 5 o'clock. You're going to take a shower in your rainforest shower head and all that other shit. And then the chef is cooking, preparing dinner.
Yes.
Then you have dinner.
With a sunset.
On a sunset. On some type of deck or patio that has
outside.
no bugs because of some type of technology that you have.
No, because wherever we live, it's been debugged. Okay,
it's been debugged.
It's been sprayed away.
Well, there's no mosquitoes down by
no.
down the beach by the
yes,
beach like
by
that.
the beach there's none of that stuff. And then we'll have sex again, and then we'll watch TV and go to sleep.
Watch TV is still in there.
Maybe that's a thing for us. It might be on a projector.
You had to step up the way we watch TV.
Okay, we might be outdoors in like one of those outdoor living situation things with a projector and drinks and whatever.
With enormous wealth, you probably have access to movies that's in the theater still.
That's in theaters.
At home.
You can watch it at home theater outside.
So you're watching Creed 6 at home.
Hell yeah. Fast and Furious 25.
25.
Yes.
Oh my God. That she said nothing.
Yes.
I could dig it, man.
Yes.
I ain't mad.
That's what's gonna happen.
I ain't mad at you.
That's what we're gonna do.
we supposed to be into that too, huh?
That's what we gonna do. Okay.
I said, listen, you go ahead to the beach. I got some other shit I want to do. I'm gonna go do some other shit. I can't go do some other shit sometime.
Like what you gonna do?
I don't know, something else. Like maybe I don't want to sit on the beach for 6 hours every day.
You just said one day. You just asked me what one day was gonna look like.
No, what does your day look like?
Okay, so other days it might be indoors. It might be shopping. It might go to another country for the day. For 48 hours, we might take a flight to another locale or something with a beach.
I'd say, my morning would look something like getting up, personal trainer in my apartment. Clearly, I have the real estate for it.
We'll be in a place with
exactly. Ideal for me is we're in some type of city area, so we would go upstairs to the helicopter pad to get on the helicopter to go down to the beach.
A helicopter pad to go to the beach?
Is that not fair? That's fair.
That's fair, but why can't we just drive?
No.
Okay.
That's why.
All right. Okay.
I mean, we could get in our car and take the elevator down because the car clearly is on the same floor.
It's on the same floor.
Clearly, it's on.
I'm here for that shit.
Clearly, it's on the same floor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we want to gallivant. Then we gallivant that way.
Okay.
I think if we had enormous wealth, most people wouldn't know that we had enormous wealth.
Yeah.
And I would like to keep it that way, so we can still live and do our thing like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna have a range and we're gonna have all those things, whatever.
Okay.
The stuff that we don't it's fine, important, but if you have money to throw away, then you just go ahead and get some toys and shit like that. So people gonna look and be like, oh, they got, but not in a famous way though.
Okay.
I would rather not. You know what I'm saying? So we could still live. Yeah, hit the beach, maybe go have lunch in like, some exotic place, like off of an island somewhere, Barbados or some shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you can do that. You can make that trip in no time.
Absolutely. 45 minutes.
Because everybody, listen, we get the money, we living in Miami. We living in Miami.
Okay, 45 minutes.
We
Bimini,
living in Miami.
Bimini, Bahamas.
That's a go.
Jamaica, wherever.
We right there, yo.
We're gonna go.
It's tropical. It's tropical. You know what I mean? And yeah, all the massages and all that stuff is good. But exotic foods and olive oils. And
Baby, you
wines.
thinking about growing your olive oil collection
You
in
know
our...
what I'm saying? Oh, the olive oil collection will be out of there.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like the life right there, I think.
Okay, so do we have sex in your vision?
Come on, what are you talking about? Of course.
I'm just checking.
You crazy?
Okay, because I at least listed it twice in a day.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm almost 50, right?
But you have a trainer.
Nah,
You get massages.
It's still going. I'm
You
just
should
joking
be,
with y'all.
yeah, you should be fine. We don't do nothing else. You should be fine.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not. I'm just joking. This is just jokes. But of course, with that, I can't. Who am I to say that's going to happen in the morning or it's going to happen in the evening? It can happen anytime we want.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I would still want to be creative and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like being creative. It's an outlet.
I think at that point, I could just throw out whatever the fuck I wanted to.
Yeah, we can just do whatever we want. Like it'd be fun. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be for the
Work on projects.
Yeah, it would just be like, okay.
It would have to be something to keep my brain active and moving.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think just the lifestyle of living and beach adjacent and all those types of things, I would be sharing that, and that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true too.
For me, I would just say like that, hey, this is what you get.
I can dig it. Yeah, I don't know what the form of creativity would be, but it'd be something, and the production is way higher at that point because you have the funds to just do whatever the hell
you
you
have
want.
a team.
Yeah,
You'd have a key grip.
maybe we'd be shooting a reality show. Maybe you never know.
What?
Maybe they'd be following us around.
What?
Shoot a pilot.
You would want to do that?
Man, come on, man. You never know.
Babe, I don't see you want
Do
to
it
do
differently.
that. Okay.
No, not the same old gossip and bullshit, right?
Okay.
You never know.
Listen, I ain't got time for bitches sliding in your DMs. I told you. I will cut a bitch. Okay?
What's on your mind, man?
So I was watching and reading some things on Instagrams this week. I like to call it the Instas. The Instas were pretty busy.
As always.
So there was a discussion about the myths and realities of the 666 man.
What is this?
You don't know what this is?
What is this?
Are you serious?
What's the 666 man?
Yes.
What is this?
Okay, hold on. I saved it for you.
Maybe I've heard of this before. I'm not familiar.
Okay, here's what you need to know about the 666 man.
666.
This is he's 6 feet tall. Hold on. He has 6 inches or longer. And 6 figures in the bank account.
Okay.
That is the 666 man.
Okay, what's the
So
significance?
this is the wish list of women of what they want in a potential spouse. That he should be the 666 man. Which is only like 18% of the male population in total. But this is what all the women are fighting for in the single population. This is what they want, the 666 man.
I was going to ask you what women.
Well, melanated women, melanated single women.
So, regardless of their status,
regardless of whose status,
the women's status,
they should be single.
They want that.
That's what they want to marry. That's what they desire to marry. Only 15% of men are that tall in the United States. In these United States, Hold on, I did a screenshot of the other things, the other realities. But this is a discussion that women have about their checklist, their top things that they want in a potential spouse, the 666 man. And so there's this discussion of the realities of this, and is this even attainable for someone? When it comes to requiring a man, especially a black man, when only 18% of black people even qualify for this particular six, ask yourself why it is such a big deal to you.
Right. Ask yourself. It's stupid.
Well, a lot of women have this on their list.
Right. And those things, it's a huge possibility that none of those three things could make you happy.
But they seem to think that this is going to be the coup de grace of men for them to acquire.
Right.
And so this is what they will hold out and say, oh, I ain't trying to talk to you.
They will pass up on a bunch of people
because you ain't got this. You ain't
got that. If anyone's out there moving like that, if any woman is out there, or man, if you want to just take it and put whatever statistics on a woman, flip it. If you're out there turning down people, if you're looking at a man and he approaches you, he's not 6 foot, so you don't even listen or talk to him. Mm-hmm. If you're shooting people down because of these reasons, not even giving them a shot, you're an idiot.
But some will say that they want what they want, and these are their requirements. And if they can't get what they want, they're settling.
You're an idiot if you think that, because you could lose out on a person who would love you to the end of the world, and who is 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'10". He's not 6 foot though. You have no fucking clue. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, like, when you're gonna match up with a person, and they're just your person. Like, you're sitting here saying that you want someone with hazel eyes.
Good luck.
You understand what I'm saying? You know how narrow of a scope that is?
Yeah, it's a very narrow scope.
And the person with hazel eyes comes home from work and treats you like shit every day.
But he got hazel eyes.
You're an idiot.
I mean, maybe it's more about the root of where these demands, these things that we're looking for, or that we think will satisfy us, are rooted in. Like, where does this all come from?
Where does it come from?
Does it come from? I guess it's the desire to have financial stability. It's the desire to be sexually pleased, and
that doesn't guarantee sexual pleasure. Sorry, ladies.
I don't know what to say.
Hey, me either.
Well,
keep going. My bad. Sorry to interrupt.
I mean, I don't know.
It's just a narrow-minded way of approaching things, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, but there's nothing wrong with having standards and having a wish list and having things that you would desire in a potential mate. But you can't have such tunnel vision that you block out a potential person who can really treat you right.
Listen, I never wanted to deal with like a bum chick. You know what I'm saying? A shorty who ain't got shit going for herself, who has no ambition, these type of things and whatnot. I wanted to be with someone who was attractive. I wanted someone who was beautiful and all those things, whatever. That's great. But, you know, at the end of the day, if you connect on a universal level with another human being and you deny that for some superficial reasons, then, again, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Because it's deeper than that. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we connect with people, and you shouldn't deny that. You should be able to look for that connection and understand and recognize the value in that.
But it's okay to have standards.
It is.
Absolutely.
Look at you. You're a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy. Like, I love it. Everything about you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very fortunate, and we are connected to each other on a very deep level.
Yeah.
And I'm very fortunate with that as well, to have all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lucky. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
yeah, but I wasn't like out here like, whatever girl I get, whatever, if she gonna deal with me, she better. I didn't ask you about your money or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Or how much debt you had, or you got any student loans? Like what?
Shit, that disqualified me early.
But you know what I'm saying? You see how that sounds though? Like if you want to go the opposite direction, like she's saying, okay, somebody with 6 figures in the bank, or somebody with no student loans. It's like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? You have this great thing, and then you find out she got student loans. Now you want to break up with her or something?
Yeah. I mean,
come on, man.
You do have to be mindful though, like especially, they say, you can associate or end up with someone like, say, for instance, a bum, and they put you in a worse off situation than you were in before. So you just have to do your due diligence and make sure that the person is a good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
A good fit for you all around.
I agree with that.
And know all of the particulars about the person.
Nobody wants to be with a bum except for other bums.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what
Unless
I mean?
you get hoodwinked or bamboozled and you don't learn that the person is a bum until way after.
And then you move accordingly at that point.
Absolutely.
Shit.
And move quickly.
Yeah, because if you sent your representative to deal with me from the beginning, when I meet the real you, I'm going to deal with the real you accordingly. I'm not talking about you, baby. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? In general. Quickly. Google me. Shit. You crazy?
So the 666 man is a thing, and it is a discussion, and the ladies have it. I mean, I remember, it going around more so in your 30s and all that kind of stuff. In my 30s, should I say, 20s, the list. And I don't know if what is this generation now? Millennial. What are they now? I don't know
what they are.
I don't know if they do that type of stuff, but I hear this new generation don't even want to get married, so it doesn't. I don't know.
Right.
I think they just all gonna be just whatever.
They don't even value that shit like that.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
It's a different time right now. Yeah. Good luck out there, y'all. All y'all 666 people, whatever y'all call it. You know what I'm saying?
Just 666 people. Wow.
Well, yeah, where's Kevin Samuels at when you need him?
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Have mercy.
Oh, I wish someone would have called him. I know they did call him up with that.
Well, that's called a high value man, according to him. I think that's what he called a high value man.
And then he'd be like, well, I don't know if it was the exact 666 thing, but that
what are you doing?
That dude with the salary who's a professional.
He don't want you because you fat.
And so explain your last 3 boyfriends. Tell me, they was all in the gang. What do? I work at Wendy's.
I just ain't like how he asked these women how much you weigh.
How much you weigh? How tall are you? 5'3". How much you weigh? 185.
Then he be like, ooh, He played a baboon in the background. I'm like, dude.
He be like, yo, you know what? You need to get off my phone, man.
That's so rude.
Get off.
That's so rude.
That was his brand. That was branding.
Yeah, he would call women football players, linebackers.
You a linebacker. So there's a man out here, professional, he has 6 figures in the bank. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He had all these things going for him. He has his vehicle in his apartment, right? In that penthouse we were talking about earlier. Yes. And he's supposed to be chilling with your bum ass. You got 3 kids and 4 baby daddies.
Wait a minute. It don't add up. Come on.
That's exactly. It don't add up.
Oh my God.
And that's the guy you want.
Well, Well,
It is. Oh, let me stop, man. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
He definitely had a following, and I don't quite understand it. And for all the women, it's like, oh, but he's telling the truth. No.
He wasn't?
He was rude.
Yes, he was rude.
Unnecessarily.
This branding. That was his brand. He was he's like Howard Stern type actor.
Just
stuff.
unnecessary to women. Just unnecessary. It just seems very misogynistic.
I don't agree.
You don't think he was misogynistic? You don't think he was I I don't know where he was helping the black male woman relationships thing. Where was he helping?
I don't know if that was his purpose. He was an entertainer.
Okay. So
Right.
you take him as shock value.
Yeah, he's
And
definitely
that's it.
shocked.
Not value added.
I mean, I didn't necessarily need him for anything.
Right.
So I don't know. There may be people out there who needed him for something.
Because for some
and
reason,
saw some type of value in
the
what he was
streets,
talking
the
about.
brothers needed him. They was like, he's our man.
Because you had women out there, because we went to the club and was out there or wherever in this social environment, right? And here we are, successful dudes. I'm talking about me and my friends, successful dudes. And you see a woman in the club and you try to talk to her. She might be attractive or whatever, right? And she pop attitude because you're not whatever. She's acting like she's high and mighty. And then afterwards, I walk out, and this is all material shit. I walk out of the club to my range, right? When I'm driving home to my fucking apartment that's nicely furnished and all the other shit. And she piling into this bum ass little raggedy ass Civic with her 12 fucking friends going back to her dirty ass apartment, which you experience. It happened all the time. And so those are the women. It's like, who are you with your low value ass putting all this criteria on good dudes? You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. So that's how I think a lot of guys saw value in what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Which is calling out. Like the chicks literally would call up saying they got a bunch of kids, admitting that they date gang members and feeling that they deserve to be with a rich man who has and he's like, I don't see how you think you deserve that or you're gonna get that. And we looked at that and was like, preach on.
Okay. I got a question. So we're talking about, the 666 man. We're talking about singleness and all of these things. How do you feel like as a man? My question for you. How do you feel like as a man, your experience in singleness affects how you move in your married life? Like, how did that all impact you because you were single for a long time?
Well, when I was a large part of my single time was by choice. I said I wasn't looking for anything serious. You know what I'm saying? I came off of, I had been married twice or whatever. So my second marriage lasted like 6 years and whatnot. And five and a half of those years were kind of like, unhappy years. You know what I mean? So, so I wasn't looking for a serious relationship. So that's part of the singlehood, right? So I'm just out here living. I'm traveling. I'm doing whatever the hell I want to do, right?
Single by choice.
Single by choice. And then at a certain point, I did not want to be single. I always wanted something real. So I always said, I'm out here single, whatever, and I'm not looking for anything. However, if I came across it, I would not run from it. That's what I always said. And, but then at a point I said, I want to pursue it. I want to put myself in position to maybe meet somebody with something that I can have something more substantial with. And so that's another part of my single life. So that was the very small part of my single life, because shortly after I manifested the hell out of this whole marriage. I swear to God. Shortly after I changed my mentality and decided to start trying to make move, I met you. And as I always said, I had to live up to what I was saying. If I came across something real, I'm not going to run from it. And I didn't. Okay. So I don't know that, hopefully that answers your question. Like my singlehood was kind of broken up a little bit into two different types of pieces.
Okay, well, you mentioned something of single by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the folks who are now single by choice are living their full potential of single lives before they choose to move into a serious relationship, or are people just falling into marriage? Because there's this whole a study of us, the Black middle class, and what we are doing as a population, and the single by choice, and women intentionally deciding not to get married, and men deciding intentionally not to get married, and moving forward with their lives in a way of singleness, of course, single by choice. And then for those who do then decide, okay, I'm going to get married, you know, how does the way that they moved in their single lives then impact how they behave when they do decide to couple up?
That's a question I really can't answer, because I don't know. I don't know what these people, but I do think today people are living their singledom or in singlehood harder than any other era in the human existence.
Single so hard, huh?
Single so hard, and I'm just talking about Black people, because I don't know what happens outside of our culture. As I like to say, we have no fucking clue what these other cultures what they're doing. But in our culture, I see it. People are choosing to be single. Some of them are getting married off like business decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, this my empire, your empire. Let's put our empires together, and boom, we can make some shit. We might make a reality show out of it. Let's do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that people are singling to death these days. Marriage, man. I feel like it's less. People feel less of a obligation to get married today than ever. I don't think people feel like, marriage is the necessary end goal. You know what I'm saying? Like before, it was like you meet your girlfriend or you meet your boyfriend.
Right, it's not a necessary order of operation.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, it's like, let me go ahead and get my shit up. Let me get this popping. Let me get that popping. Let me get this, that, and the third. Boom, boom, boom. And then hopefully I can meet some other mega mogul, you know what I'm saying, some person at my level to share in this experience with me. Okay. This is from the outside looking at.
Do you think for our culture, this is by design? Do you think that now all of a sudden the design or the mechanism or the machine is designing itself to keep us in this live it up and take trips and be single and live your best life, and you don't need this and that and that and that and stay single forever? Maybe. I think a lot of it has to do with opportunity, because there's so many different avenues these days for people who are in pursuit of riches and things of that nature. So there's so many opportunities that marriage is just like knocked down in the list of priorities and stuff like that. Our generation, I think our generation a lot has just decided, screw it, I ain't getting married.
Yeah, and the generations after us, like the younger folks,
the younger people.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying, like, I never thought I was gonna get married again. You know what I'm saying? And me, even when I felt like I wanted to meet someone, I wanted something substantial, I didn't necessarily think marriage. You know what I'm saying? I just thought somebody that, you know what I'm saying, something real, like what we have. Well, I didn't even imagine what we had, because I never imagined this shit happening. But like, you know what I'm saying, just something on a higher level, but not necessarily marriage. That wasn't even something I was thinking about. Okay. But yeah, the system, though, I don't know if the system is necessarily trying to break up marriage in the Black community or not. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it, but I don't know how that necessarily weakens us if it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Socioeconomically, we're doing better than previous generations.
Right.
Financially, it's just, without a doubt, we are more successful. We're in more boardrooms. We're in more C-suites. Yeah. We're in way more. We're business owners. We're homeowners. We're executives. All these things. So, yeah, if you compare this generation of Blacks to, say, Blacks of 1950.
Oh, yeah. Forget about it.
This is just, there's no comparison.
Yeah, the evolution is there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. So, I mean, things can always get better.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, you go with that? Okay. I like that. Shoot, all right. Whew. Turn these lights kind of hot in here. Hey. Yo, we went to the movies today.
Oh my gosh.
we don't have time to get into the in depth and some of the stuff that we want to talk about. We're running out of time.
Oh, okay.
We are running out of time. But I just wanted to know, we went to the movies today, right? So we are with AMC. We are, what is it called? A plus? A what?
A-list
A-listers.
members.
We're A-list members. So when you go to an AMC theater, all right, you see the popcorn and stuff at the counter, and then you have two lines. One line is like a maze, and then the other line is just a straight on line, right? So typically you go in and there's a bunch of people in the little maze line or whatever. Those are the regular folks, which is fine. Then you have a straight line for the A-listers, right? So what happens is that, let's say for every you get a person over here in the regular line that gets called up for their popcorn and stuff to take their order. Then they'll take an A plus, and then a A-lister, then another A-list. Like it's like 2 for 1, or maybe 3 to 1, or something like that. So those guys are in line much longer than us A-listers, right? Today we went there, and the A-lister line was packed. It was like a zillion people over there, and then there was the maze line was blocked off in the front. Well, Trina had put our order in ahead of time, which she always does for the popcorn, right? So we went straight to the front. Popcorn was supposed to be ready at 11:50.
Yes.
As always, it wasn't ready, right? So we were like, well, we need to get drinks because we didn't order drinks ahead of time. And Trina said, well, I'm going to get in line. So she just gets into the front of the maze line that had nobody in it. Zillion people in the A-list line. She just gets right there, and I was like, "Yo, this line is blocked off. Like you're not supposed to be in the line." She's like, "I'm not thinking about these people," and I'm like, "I'm gonna go over here and wait for the popcorn." This Negro cut about 25 people, and the guy and then other people got in line behind her. She led the revolution. The guy at the counter, he was so pissed that he called her up. She got our popcorn. She got our waters. And those other people, and I just thought about, what if I was in that line over there? I would have been so mad. Trina doesn't give a shit when it comes to movie theater. There are no rules. I've talked about this on multiple podcasts, yo. From her sneaking in mustard, or her bringing in a full-size wine bottle, her bringing in miniature wine bottles. This Negro cut in front of like 25 people, son, and felt no way about it.
What you want me to do? Please tell me. What you want me to do?
I just wanted to share this. I don't want you to do anything. I just wanted to share this with the people.
I don't do lines.
Just
okay.
You don't do lines. Oh man. She don't do lines.
I don't know what y'all want me to do. Clearly, someone who worked in the concessions had blocked off the regular people's line. Okay. You got this whole line of people standing in the A-listers. It's 12 o'clock on a Saturday. Matinee movies. People are coming in to get concessions.
We have memberships.
Why am I going to sit over here and stand in this long ass line when my movie is starting in 10 minutes? No, I'm going to go in front of the line that some numbnut blocked off. And I'm going to wait for you to call me. Okay?
And it worked.
Absolutely it did. He was a little stressed. I could tell. He's like, Trina, the line is closed. I was like,
you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that time we were traveling. I can't remember where. When we were like group 15, and Trina's like, "Let's get in line." They're like group 1. She's like, "Let's go," and I'm like,
and we got on a flight, didn't we?
We did that 1 or 2 times, and then the other time it didn't work.
That one lady was a bitch. But for the most part, it usually works. Like, you just do it. You just listen. The non-melanated people do it all the time.
I admire your lack of give a shitness. It's great.
Thank you.
It's something to watch and witness.
I just I don't understand. Like it was foreign to me why I should have to go stand in that line and wait and be late for my movie. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come over here where nobody is standing. And people were clearly perplexed. Like, why is this line closed? Like some numbnut, I really should have just gone and lifted the strap up and walked straight to the front of the line. That's what I should have done. But instead, I just
walk all the way around the maze.
Yeah, walk all the way around and show them that I opened the line. And show them.
Oh man, I love it, man. Hilarious.
So,
I support you and
thank you.
Anything you do.
I appreciate you.
I love it.
What was he gonna do? What was he gonna do?
She's crazy.
Send me away? No,
she's crazy.
He wasn't gonna send me away.
I wasn't care. I didn't care about any. I just was watching the line of angry potential moviegoers over there, watching you cut in front of them, preparing just in case we all had to scrap it out. I don't know how upset they're gonna get.
Wasn't nobody gonna say nothing to me?
Wasn't nobody gonna say nothing to me.
Wishing wood.
Oh Lord, have mercy. I hope this podcast is entertaining for y'all. We should have talked about this in the beginning. Some people are not gonna make it to the end of this podcast. Man, that shit is hilarious.
I'm just saying. It's just what it is. What it is. I'm not gonna sit and waste my time. Like there's a whole open line that should have been open, so I just went to the front.
It should have been. I agree with you conceptually, and the premise of your actions completely valid. I get it.
Yeah.
It was just wild watching you do it.
Yeah, there's always an invention whenever we go to the movies. I feel like you always got a story.
Every time.
Whenever we go to the movies.
Every time.
Oh my gosh. And we did see Cocaine Bear and it was
hell yeah.
Hilarious.
Hilarious, yo.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear, directed by I think Julia Banks is her name.
You be paying attention to that.
I don't know why I read that, but I did.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
And,
I was not
and
ready.
just good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And rest in peace to Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta was in the movie. So they shot this movie a while ago. He died 2 or 3 years ago.
I can't remember when exactly, but yeah.
They probably shot this right before COVID or something.
Well,
like
right
that.
Before he died, maybe.
Yeah, or clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly, but yeah, Cocaine Bear was fire.
Yeah.
I knew it. I wanted to see that movie. You finally, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Finally got on the same page.
Took my baby to the movies today.
Yeah, movies is Trina's department.
Yes, that's my department.
We have departments in this relationship.
Yes, we do. We too. And we also watched Swarm last night.
Ooh.
Yo, we stayed up.
Shout out to Swarm. Donald Glover, yo.
Donald Glover, I'm going to need you to come on the show and explain. Give me your rationale for this. I want to know who wrote.
Yo.
The writing on Swarm is just
incredible.
Insane. And if you guys haven't watched it, it's on Amazon Prime. Produced or directed by Donald Glover. Mm-hmm. And the young lady who's starring in it is fantastic. I've seen her in a couple of other movies. She's so great. But man, you are not ready for what's about to go down in Swarm.
Are we calling this, I mean, I'm not asking you, I'm asking the viewers or listeners, are we calling this Afro-surrealism? Because Atlanta was Afro-surrealism, right? It's like some stuff that happened in Atlanta is just like not possible. But it was very abstract, and this show was like that. It's very similar. I think it's called Afro-surrealism. I'm pretty sure that's the term for it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love the cinematography. I love the music. I love everything about it, yo. I love how they shot whatever cameras they use. I love the way it looked. It's a piece of art.
It is art.
It's art.
It's definitely art. So you got your Amazon Prime membership, then slide on over to your Amazon Prime Video and watch Swarm.
Straight up. 38 minutes or so per episode.
Per episode. And there were how many? 8?
8? We watched all of them last night.
We watched all of it last night. We went to bed late this morning because we were up watching it.
Late for us.
Late for us because we don't stay
like
up.
12:40.
Yeah, we don't stay up.
Nope. But yeah, that shit was well worth it. I loved it.
There were so many moments that I was like, What?
Yeah, we went into it with
Not
no
knowing.
clue on what it was about.
Didn't know what it was about, and I think most people don't know what it's about.
Right.
Which is why it's giving you kind of like this like swarm. What?
And the trailer doesn't really tell you what it's about either.
Honey, listen.
Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend you take the time to watch Swarm.
Yeah, it's so dope. Man.
Do it. It's worth it.
So that was 2 days in a row, 2 crazy things that we watched.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
We
We were a little vappy today.
very happy today.
Yes, vappy.
Walking around with our coffee cup. You had coffee. I had hot chocolate.
We were in our neighborhood today.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking, doing things.
Doing things.
Walking and doing things. Walking and doing things.
Got our plant repotted
Got
today.
the plants repotted. Shout out to the plant house.
Shout out to Plant House, y'all.
Our favorite place to go.
Love it there, y'all. Love it at
They
Plant House.
serve drinks at Plant House. I really wanted one while I was in there waiting for them to replant Maybell. Repot Maybell. She was repotted, and we picked up a new cactus plant. The Shaolin monks are now here.
The Shaolin monks.
They are now here. And yeah, we had a good time at the plant spot.
Yeah.
And then we went to unwind.
Oh, yeah, and bought some wine.
Got
stuff.
some wine. We went there for 1 bottle.
And got 6.
Came home with 5.
5.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got our food and came home and ate. It was
Got
a
our
good
food
time, yo. Chicken and champagne. If y'all up on chicken and champagne or
Yes.
any type of bubbly for the most part,
Yes.
get up on that.
Yes, it's a great
That's a great combination. And we still have dessert to do.
Oh, yes, honey.
And we doing dessert.
Yes, we are. I am wide awake for this apple crisp with vanilla bean ice cream.
It's going down.
It is going down tonight.
Yo, man.
Hey.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you more.
Hey, man. It's a good time.
Yes.
This is fun.
This is good. This is good. We got a little
Interesting
deep
stuff here.
in the relationship stuff.
A little something.
Shout out to COVID. Rest in peace. Okay.
COVID. You don't hear me talking greasy about you. That's her talking greasy.
Listen, I said rest in peace.
No doubt.
I told you the next thing is going to be a fungus. Then the world's going to end.
Oh, man.
Listen to me.
You and your Busta Rhymes 5 years left stuff over here.
It's 5 years left.
There's only 5 years left. Episode 25, man. This is not a little bit of a milestone. 25 is a good number.
25 is a great number.
We'll keep pushing it. And,
We are.
and we'll hopefully have some guest producers coming in soon.
Guest producers and guests.
And guests. Oh, yeah, I need to go buy the microphone and stuff in the stand.
Oh, okay.
I keep forgetting.
We're going to have some guests. We're going to do a sex education.
Sex education episode. Anybody know any sex education people out there?
Yeah.
Man, there got to be somebody on my timeline.
Send
on
me.
your timeline.
Send me a good sex therapist or sex education
Call.
person, sex
Or have 'em on
consultant.
or call.
Not just somebody who sells sex toys. I used to
No.
do that. We don't need another me. I can do that.
Yeah.
We need somebody who's like an educator, a positive educator.
How can people find us?
They can find us on Instagram at the Where's Brunch. Oh, I'm sorry, at Where's Brunch podcast, as well as TikTok and YouTube.
We are all over the
You can
place.
also listen to us on the streaming platforms to include Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and what's the other one?
all them shits, yo.
Everything.
Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts, everything.
All these different platforms, yo.
Like, comment, subscribe, and congratulations to us for reaching 750 downloads.
Hey, that's right. Yo.
Hey.
We did that.
So y'all were listening.
Did that.
We did that. I appreciate y'all listening, and shout out to a special coworker, Liz, if you're listening. You told me the other day that you listen, and I didn't know that until I saw you at work, and you told me that you listen.
I love when that happens.
She said we have her cracking up.
That's dope. What's
So,
up? What's her name again?
Liz.
Liz. Shout out to Liz, y'all.
Shout out to Liz. Thank you so much
Word.
for listening. We appreciate
She part of the
it.
brunch crew.
Brunch crew. Yes.
She part of the brunch crew, yo.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate everybody. It's been fun so far. And I think it's gonna be much more fun. We're just trying to get better.
It's going to get funner.
Yeah, it's gonna get funner. I think next episode I'll talk about some of my faults. Some of my faults, yeah.
What?
I'll be vulnerable next episode.
Faults?
We all have them. We all have them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So some of the things, some of my inspirations to overcome those faults.
Okay.
I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna put that in the notes in a couple of seconds. So that's on the next show.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. So you think about if you have anything that you want to talk about in that regard. I definitely have some stuff. So,
Okay. Cool.
y'all be good out there. And I'm Brocky.
I'm Trina Marie.
We are the Where's Brunch podcast.
Laters.